Good morning, you wonderful waking souls. I am here for your Divine Feminine reading today. And I love the Divine Feminine readings. Everyone always wants to know what's going on with Divine Masculine, which is fine. I understand why. But I think what we really should be focusing on is the Divine Feminines, because you are the beautiful waking soul that is experiencing this journey, and really everything that's going on with your Divine Masculine is actually happening inside of you, because it's all about your perception, Divine Feminine. If you're here, it is because you are a twin flame and you have met this other person and they have been a catalyst in your life that has woken you to the fact that you are something much greater than you ever thought yourself to be. Something greater than the world told you that you were, because like the rest of us, you've been told that you're a human being, which you are, but that's not really who you are. You have a body and you have a mind. Kind of like in the movie Avatar. He has a body and he has a mind in that movie, but that body's not really who he is, right? Or who those characters are. The soul that's transferred into that body is what they really are. And it's the same for you. Your body is a beautiful, intricate, biological miracle that is coming together for you, Divine Feminine, to experience humanity. And waking you up to this is your catalyst that we call the negative polarity or the Divine Masculine. Now, I do not like calling it Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, even though in these circles, that's what everybody calls them. It's because it doesn't really explain well what this is. There's a lot of preconceived ideas about masculine and feminine and what that is. And masculine and feminine energies are real. But when it comes to the twin flame dynamic, I don't think it explains it very well. I think it's actually quite the opposite. So as the Divine Feminine, you are actually the positive polarity. And most of the time in spirituality, a Divine Feminine is the negative polarity, because we're usually talking about Kundalini energy, the energy that you possess within your physical form through your chakra system. You have two energies, a masculine and a feminine energy. Everybody has them, whether they're male or female as far as their gender. We all have masculine and feminine energy. And so the two physical forms that you see, which are male and female, are just kind of another form of the duality that we live in. Everything is masculine and positive, masculine and feminine energy. Masculine is positive, feminine is negative. But in the twin flame dynamic, it's explained differently, which is why I don't like using Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. You are, with this other person, the positive polarity, and they are the negative polarity. It's another manifestation of energies, just like we have in the physical form, and then we have in the metaphysical, but then we also have it between the two twin flames. You, if you are here, are most likely the positive polarity. And the reason why I say that is because you're going through a spiritual awakening. Now, typically, the negative polarity, Divine Masculine, does not experience the spiritual awakening the way that you do. They're more of a catalyst for you to go through the awakening. So they don't experience things the same way that you do. But anyway, we could go into that more, and we will as we continue to do these readings and develop content for you to really explain that. But right now we're going to get into your reading, Divine Feminine. So, Divine Feminine, your current situation right now, right here, Divine Feminine. Ooh, you are a bold leader. And if you're not aware of this yet, you will be soon, because your awakening is bringing you into this power and knowledge that is going to turn you into a leader. It's what you already are. So saying to turn you into it isn't really the right language for that. But I think a better way to explain it would be, this is what you really are. This is your moment where you are self-actualizing into your true nature. And maybe through experiences, trauma, poor relationships, your childhood upbringing, or what have you, you came to this belief that you weren't a true leader, or that you were not strong, or that maybe you felt weak. But the truth is, you are extraordinarily strong. You have a wealth of knowledge and information. You are a unique pinpoint of experience and information that only you can bring into this world in the way that you do. No one else can do it the way that you do. And you are being brought into that knowledge and self-awareness right now so that you can realize what you are here for, your true purpose. And so everything that has led you to this point in time, Divine Feminine, has prepared you to become what you are already. It is bringing that out, and you are a passionate soul. The challenges that you face right now, or have in the past, the challenges that you face are Ten of Wands in reverse. So forgiveness and maybe being able to move on are some challenges that you have faced on your journey, because you have experienced a lot of things and have internalized them in a way that you blamed yourself, but you also know that the circumstances and the people that have treated you poorly played a major role in why you have suffered with self-worth issues and self-esteem and believing in yourself and your abilities. And so you've been very wronged by specific people in your life. And maybe it's caused you to just really fall into some deep states of depression and sorrow. And you don't really understand why this has happened to you, because you're good and you have great intentions and a good heart, and you're an empathetic person. So you're like, why am I treated this way? Well, I want to just say that sometimes life puts us through things in order to give us special abilities to be able to be leaders and to help others as we get a little further down the road. So it's the story of the wounded healer, right? The wounded healer must first heal themselves in order to be able to then turn around and heal others. And as you are stepping into your true power, you're healing yourself, and now you're going to be able to do that for others and become or self-actualize into the leader, the healer that you've always been meant to be. That's what you came here for. This is the reason that you are incarnated here in this world and in this realm. So what do you need to focus on, Divine Feminine? What should Divine Feminine, or our positive, beautiful polarity, focus on? learning to let go, forgive, because forgiveness is for you, not for them. As Ramblin' Mike always says, I really love him as a tarot reader. I've learned a lot from him. He is a good soul. You should focus on harmony, balance. And how are you going to achieve harmony and balance? By realizing that everything that you have gone through, both positive and negative experiences, have actually been for your highest good. And that both sides of the coin are valuable, regardless of whether it lands heads up or tails up. The positive and the negative things that have happened to you in your life have all brought you full circle into being able to stand confidently in the truth of who you really, really are. And in that, you find and achieve harmony and balance within yourself. It is inner union, collapsing the duality, the warring between, what's right and what's wrong, and what's good and what's bad, and whether you're worthy or not worthy. Collapsing that duality and recognizing that all things have value. It all just depends on the filter that you choose to look through them as. That's what you should focus on, Divine Feminine. That's what you should focus on. And I think this actually goes up here. All right. Divine Feminine, what is our next card here? What should you focus on in your, well, let's see, not really focus on, but what is your past? What are you leaving behind? What has happened in your past that you are leaving behind? Leaving behind. And of course, I put this in the wrong spot. I always forget what I'm doing with this Celtic one here. There we go. What are you leaving behind, Divine Feminine? You are leaving behind your inability to be patient and to have faith that outcomes are going to be in your favor. Because like you look at reality sometimes in the moment that you're in and you go, this isn't what I want. Why is this happening the way that it is? But through experience, as you've gotten further down the path, and because you've been able to balance and transmute that and see that both sides of the coin have value, you can see that the things in your past that you didn't understand at the time, or maybe you felt a little resentful towards, because they were happening, you can see now that they were very much meant to happen the way that they did. So as you're traveling down your path and your path is making sense and one stepping stone leads to the other, sometimes a stepping stone can seem like it's completely out of the way. Like it's like, it's not where it's supposed to be. And you're like, well, why is the stepping stone all the way over here? Why does it seem like I'm veering off of my path? But then you get a little bit further down the road and you realize, no, it wasn't off your path at all. It was exactly where it was meant to be, because it taught you something extraordinarily valuable to get you to where you're at now. So that's what you're leaving behind, is your inability to be able to see why things are happening, and you're gaining that patience and that faith that things are all, like, even if you don't understand it right now in the moment, in time you will. So you're leaving behind your impatience and your inability to be able to see around corners. All right. You're leaving behind your short-sightedness. Strengths, Divine Feminine. What is Divine Feminine's strengths? All right, Six of Wands in reverse. Your strengths are your ability to be able to constantly, no matter how hard life punches you in the face, you get back up and you keep going. You brush the dirt off your knees and you continue to move forward. There is no hurdle that you cannot overcome. And even in the moment, if you feel like you're like, oh my gosh, I can't go on, you somehow find a way to manage to get through it, to keep your heart intact, which means you are still kind, still loving, still empathetic. You're not jaded. Even though life has dealt you some hard blows, you are a total rock star. You are such a badass. You continue to keep moving forward and becoming stronger and stronger with every experience that you have. You are absolutely an alchemist at heart. Even if you didn't know what that was, you've been practicing that inner alchemy your entire life because you've been able to move through obstacles. Other people are like, oh my gosh, you're so strong, you're so amazing, you're so wonderful. And you don't always feel that way. But the truth is, you are. Like, other people can see sometimes what you can't because you're too close to it. You are an extraordinarily strong and resilient soul. Divine Feminine, what is in your near future? What will you be potentially coming up against or moving towards in your near future? Of course, everything's leading you back full circle, right? We started out, you're a leader. Here you are again. Self-actualization, Divine Feminine. You are moving into your power. Wow. That is so cool. Like, full circle, you guys. Right back here. You are moving into this place of balance, harmony, being so tolerant of everything, recognizing your true power, being able to stand strong in your foundation, knowing who you are, letting go of all your past fears and allowing your heart to guide you through this labyrinth of life. You are going back to your center and the external world by tuning into your center and then the truth of who you are inside, right? You know what the bullseye is now. You know where you're going. And there's nothing in this world that is going to be able to stop you from self-actualizing and achieving what your soul came here to do. Divine Feminine. And you are going to be, and already are, not going to be, you already are. You just forgot for a while. You slept for a little while, like we all have. And, you know, the world kind of kept you in that space, but you are a force to be reckoned with. You have a divine power. Ooh, this is a good card within you. So the next one for Divine Feminine is, what is your advice? What does the universe want to give you advice with in your journey? Right here, King of Cups. Now you got Queen of Cups. This card just like jumped out when I was shuffling. Focus on healing. Continue healing yourself for all those little parts that are going to come up, because the journey there's no ceiling. There's no, you know, pinnacle that we reach in our process. You're going to constantly unveil yourself in this lifetime. So continue to do that and focus on healing yourself and focus on healing others. While you're healing others, remember, it's a symbiotic relationship. When you heal them, they heal you. When they heal you, you heal them. When you teach, you're being taught. When they're teaching you, they're being taught. It's both. You're the teacher, the student, the healer, and the wounded, all at the same time. Okay? We see things as this or that, but it's really actually always one thing. And so the advice to you is to continue to focus on that you are a healer, that you are here, and you have a purpose, and that purpose will always continue to develop and reveal itself to you as you move through this realm of time. All right, the kind of environment, Divine Feminine, that you are experiencing, have experienced, or will experience. Sometimes when we are on our path of enlightenment and as we start to really self-actualize, it's kind of like in a video game where you're beating different like characters, and then like the characters get harder and harder as you move through the game. And it takes a little bit more time and effort to kind of overcome them, and then all of a sudden at the end you're like fighting the big boss, right? Well, that is what you've been experiencing, you are experiencing, and will continue to experience. The deeper you go, the more you self-actualize, the more you return to your center and become the beautiful soul. I hate even using the word become. The more you reveal the beautiful soul energy that you are, the more the world will sometimes seem to almost attack you for it. But you're too smart for that. You know better. You're not going to fall down those traps and into those rabbit holes because you are enlightened and you are awake to the pitfalls that life can throw at you. And so you are moving through them with grace and with ease. Even if it feels like you trip a little bit here and there, it doesn't matter. You have the power to be able to pick yourself back up, learn, and then navigate your way through it with grace. You are beautiful, divine, feminine, and the world is seeing your light. And the universe has already known your light, which is just revealing it to you and all of the rest of us as we get to stand and watch you as we get to stand and watch you shine. People are going to notice. And sometimes the more light you shine, the more shadows you cast. But you're here to cast those shadows out. Those shadows cannot survive in your light. Even your own shadows can't survive in your light. Hopes and fears, divine feminine. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. You do not want to be deceived. You do not want to fall back into old habits and old patterns. But you can't. You can't unknow what you know, divine feminine. The ego is one of our biggest bosses that we have to overcome. And the biggest obstacles that we have to, transcend. The mind can be cruel to us, sometimes more cruel to us than any other person that we could encounter. And so you don't want to fall back into that. You've experienced your own light, you've experienced your own love, and you've experienced the way that the world responds to you and encourages you to continue moving forward with that. And you don't want to lose it, but I'm here to tell you, you can't lose it. You can't, because it's what you already are. You can't lose yourself. You can forget who you are. You can take your focus off of the spiritual badass that you are. But you cannot not be. You just are. You are already that which you seek. And you can't go backwards. You can't. You will continue to develop and hone in on your natural, God-given, beautiful abilities as a soul and continue to shine your light into this world. All right. Potential outcome, divine feminine. Potential outcome. Now, this has everything to do with your twin flame journey too, just so you know. This is your journey. The twin flame journey is your journey, not divine masculine's journey in the same way that it is yours. They are a catalyst for you. They are a catalyst for you. This is your journey, divine feminine. You are the twin flame. You are the soul. So, potential outcomes for you. You are going to get all that you desire. I encourage you to get a journal and write down what you think a beautiful, healthy relationship would look like for you. how you would want your life to be. Visualize it, experience it in your imagination. The smells, the feelings, the way something would feel when you touch it. I want you to experience all of it in your imagination. And then I want you to use that power of belief, that faith that we talked about earlier, to know that all these stepping stones in your path are leading you there. It already exists. It's just coming into your awareness. It's already there for you. That beautiful relationship, that beautiful home, the job that you've always wanted to create for yourself, the family, the friendships, the soul family that you have that is here. All of these things are being brought into your awareness. They already exist. The spirit that flows through you is the same spirit that flows through every single thing that exists in this universe. So of course the universe knows exactly what's meant for you and what you are meant for. So trust, believe, and have faith in that, because what is going to be revealed to you is exactly the life that you've always wanted and is already yours. It's your birthright. It's why you're here, Divine Feminine. I love you guys. Like, I really love you guys. And I know that you guys know that. So thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to do an oracle card for you. But your likes and your subscriptions, they really, really go a long way for us, because we are a new channel. And so when you guys do that, it really helps us to grow. It helps us to get out there, helps the algorithm to get our videos out to more people. And then the more we'll be able to help and create for you guys. And we are also going to be working on doing a group call membership pretty quick here. We're going to work on that today. So hopefully that will be available. Please check on our website, over the next couple of days, the Conduits, which is the-conduits.com. And, if you're interested in the group calls where you get to ask us, any questions that you want, you can see if that's something that you're interested in. Also, we have one-on-ones available. You can see that in the description box below this video. And, for Cam and myself. And, we love talking with you. You can also ask questions in the comments section below the video as well. All right, so we've got Sacred Places is the oracle deck that I'm using today. And this is Ateshka. I think that's how you would say it, Ateshka. Let's see what this means. Okay, I had to run and grab some glasses because I can't see without them. So these cards are kind of cool because what they give you is a lower world, a middle world, and an upper world. Now, there's a lot of spiritual symbolism in that because, like in Norse mythology, they have a lower, a middle, and an upper world. And I think Egyptian, they also do, a lot of religions do as well, like three degrees of glory. So this gives you a little bit of insight into what each one of these locations mean in the lower, the middle, and the upper world, which is also past, present, and potential future. Okay, because the future is not written yet. It is, but it isn't all. When I say it's not written yet, you have infinite possibilities. And as you make choices, you're being guided towards your highest potential. Okay, so think of it that way. You're being guided to your highest potential. So I'm going to go ahead and read all of these to you. So Ateshka, lower world past, you are called to the land of sacred fire on Absheron Peninsula, where in past centuries, mysterious flames rising from the earth drew pilgrims to the Zoroastrian fire worship temple of Ateshka. What images come to your mind now thinking about this place? The experience would have been mystical, otherworldly, and frightening. Do you envisage a sort of hell associating fire with destruction? Or do you see fire's cleansing power, making space for new life? Fire has been honored as sacred by many cultures, and in truth, flames are healing. The symbol on the car represents the divine spark and everlasting life. Have you created a personal hell that needs the transformational power of fire? Look within the flames and let them show you what to do. Kind of sounds like the dark night of the soul, right? That was ignited by your catalyst, or what you call your twin flame, to burn off all the egoic and old energies that don't serve you well. Middle world, present. What of your divine spark? Does the fire of your youth still burn strongly? Are you shining brightly, or has someone extinguished your light? Ateshka was abandoned in 1883 when the fires at the temple went out, after petroleum plants were built to take up the natural gas in the area. But fire is born to be free, to spread its heat and energy. Do you remember being a free spirit, spreading joy? How do you feel now? Are you content with what has happened to you? Fire offers spiritual insight. It fuels our conviction. It is passion. Ask yourself now, who or what has snuffed out your spark and why? Was it the loss of a relationship that has dampened your flame? Know that the fire in your heart can never really go out. From today, rekindle your fire and your love, starting with your love for yourself, because you are the creator of your love. No one gives it to you, and no one can take it away. You either choose to give yourself permission to feel it, or you don't. And oftentimes the mind will give you stories, so don't follow the mind down the rabbit hole. The mind is a Pied Piper. Upper world, potential. Here is the winged symbol of Zoroastrianism. That is actually something that you guys could look into. It's a very ancient and old religion, and a lot of very wise, a lot of wisdom comes from that old religion. It's an ancient old religion and has played a major role in a lot of the religions that we see today, but they've been changed. They're no longer what they were. Here is the winged symbol of Zoroastrianism, the religion of the ancient Persian Empire based on good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Zoroastrians often offer prayers beside fire, recognizing its ability to invigorate, to remove the old and birth the new. This is what you went through, Divine Feminine. Your dark night of the soul is the fire that burns off all of the things that don't serve you well and help you to recognize that your thoughts have creative power. What you believe, when your thoughts offer you options, what you choose to believe is what you choose to create with. So be in the present and stand at the gate of your mind and envision the life that you want, not the ones you don't want. So when did fire become associated with hell? Why is it feared? Perhaps fear was deliberately instilled to extinguish fire's true purpose. Zoroaster had a vision of a giant man, the archangel Vahu Mana, who represents good thoughts, who took him in to the wise Lord who appointed Zoroaster as a prophet and gave him the doctrines of Zoroastrianism. During his ministry, Zoroaster performed wonderful cures and miracles, driven by his inner fire. Take steps towards building up your inner fire. Learn to fire walk, perhaps, or just spend time with fire, letting the naked flame speak to your own light. Allow no one and nothing, neither word nor deed, to extinguish your flame. You have the right, you have a right to burn brightly. This is so like what your whole entire reading was about today, you guys. You self-actualizing and recognizing that you are the light. Like, what a beautiful freaking card for this reading today, you guys. It's so, so fitting. Now, there's a meditation included in this called Meditation on the Eternal Flame. Sitting on the ground, imagine a vent of natural fire below you. It offers to cleanse you of all fears. With eyes closed, sense a flame shooting up through you, reaching into the sky. Breathe deeply. As you inhale, expand your stomach outward, and as you exhale, draw your navel back to your spine. This is the fire breath, awakening the sacred energy within. Continue to breathe in this manner as the flames sweep through your body, consuming the darkness of any fears brought about by thoughts, words, or deeds. Feel every cell recalibrate as you reawaken to passion, to joy. With newfound strength and courage, recall any of the thoughts, words, or deeds of those who tried to extinguish your inner fire. Immediately these disintegrate in your flame, which now burns silvery white. Feel your radiance expand. Any negativity you held within is now gone, replaced with this sacred glow, a burning desire to stand true in all that you do and all that you are, the eternal flame that never dies. I could cry. You are the twin flame. You, Divine Feminine, are the twin flame. What you seek, you already are. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here for this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. It's definitely one of my favorites to date. It really, really is. I think that this was a very powerful reading and much deserved by you, Divine Feminine, because of all of the work that you have been doing on yourself and all of the light that you spread and the joy that you spread to others and the fact that you persevere and never give up. This is your reward, and it's for you to create. I love you guys. Bye.